Hi cubies and newbies. I am Sunshine. This is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's cubes. This is the softball pattern done using Formula B. And Formula A and B is the method that can be used to solve every complexity Rubik's cube. Okay. Formula A is 4 moves, Formula B is 8 moves. Those are the only patterns you need to memorize in order to solve the every complexity Rubik's Cube, because Formula A brings piece to the top, Formula B moves 3 pieces around. And that's all you need. You notice there's no parity algorithm. That's because you don't need it. Parities are a lie. And works on every cube. Also, every Minx. The dodecahedron ones, the star puzzles. All right, so it's Monday, new week, so let's start scrambling. And then we'll walk through the cubes one at a time. Actually, that's not true, not one cube at a time. We go through step by step. No matter which cube you have, each cube has 8 corners. And so if we can treat each cube the exact same way. So we'll start by solving the corners on all 4 cubes. Formula A is 4 moves, that brings piece to the top. So we'll pick this one already has the corners scrambled. The corners solved already. So let's scramble them again. If you have any non-cuber friends, bring them to me. I can incorporate Zoom into this, and so I can teach them in real time. Regardless of what cube you have, every cube has 8 corners. Every corner has 3 colors. Each cube has 6 colors and 6 sides, and the goal is to get 1 color on each side, on each face. So your cube has 8 corners, pick a corner. Each corner has 3 colors, pick a color. I always start with yellow because but this can be color neutral if you want it to be. So find a corner that has yellow on it and hold that under your left thumb in your 2 hands. Yellow on top and under your left thumb. Now we're looking at the front of the cube as if it's a spreadsheet with rows and columns, and looking at the formulas here. Each row represents the slice that you're going to move at a time. So we're moving one row, one column for Formula A, one top row, and 2 columns for Formula B. So this piece that I've selected here is correct. We're going to make the rest of the cube match it. So I'm looking only at corners right now, and I'm looking only for yellow right now. So this one's correct. I look at this corner. If there's a yellow anywhere on this corner, Formula A, using the bottom row in the right column, will bring it to the top, because it twists these. It exchanges these 2 corners, and it twists them as it goes back and forth. So if there's a yellow anywhere here or A will bring it to the top. If not, if there's a yellow anywhere on the corner underneath it, so either one of these 2 corners, A will bring it to the top. Bottom row, right column. The action's taking place over here, so you move it away from the action, move the space down, move the piece into the space, and the piece in the space back up again. And when yellow's on top, you pause, hold the cube stable, slide the top row, only move it away, and continue with the next corner. There's a yellow here or here. So Formula A, repeatedly until the yellow's on top. And there it is. Okay, pause, slide it out of the way, continue the next one. There's no yellow here or here, so holding the cube stable, I rotate the bottom row by quarter turns until the answer is yes to is there a yellow in one of these 2 corners. Okay, not there. There it is. And then Formula A brings it to the top and does not mess up anything else that you're doing, because it only works on the pieces you want it to work on. All right, so yellow's on top. We're going to do the same thing for the other cubes. Here's a yellow. This one has a yellow. Formula A, bottom row, right column, out, down, in, up, until the yellow's on top. Pause. We're only looking at yellows, only looking at corners. Slide it. There's no yellow on this corner or this corner, so we rotate the bottom by quarter turns until there is. And then Formula A brings it to the top, out, down, and up. Okay, pause, slide. Not here or here, so rotate the bottom until the yellow is found, and then Formula A brings it to the top. Okay, Yellow's on top. Let's do it again. I'm just demonstrating that it works the same on every cube. You don't have to learn these algorithms for the 3x3 and then these algorithms for the 4x4 in addition to the 3x3 algorithm, and then more the bigger you get. Just these two patterns does it all for you. So here's a corner. There's no yellow on this corner or on this corner, so hold the cube stable, rotate the bottom row. Still no. Still no. Yes. Okay. As long as there's a yellow anywhere on one of these two corners, formula A will bring it to the top. Fewer than 6 times, because 6 gets you back to your start. So pause, slide it out of the way, holding the cube stable, top row only. And then over here, there's a yellow. So formula A. Okay, pause. Okay, rotate to the top, continue with the next corner. And we keep doing this until all the yellow's on top on all 4 corners. Okay. This one, I'd already had it done. That doesn't count. Just mess it up and try it again. Okay, so here's a yellow corner. This one doesn't have one. This one doesn't have one. This one doesn't have one. This one does. Out, down, in, up. Pause. Slide it. This one does. Out, down, in, up. Out, down, in, up. Until the yellow's on top. Pause. Slide. And lather, rinse, repeat. Formula A brings it to the top. Okay, now we only looked at the corners and we only looked at yellow. So at this point in time, one of 3 things has happened. With the yellow on top, each corner has 3 colors, not just one. And so we're going to look at the other colors of the yellow corners to see whether they match on the sides to each other. At this point in time, either all of them will match, none of them will match, or one side will match. Can't be any other way. You can't have 2 sides that match and 2 that don't match unless you've been peeling off stickers. Don't peel off stickers. Okay, so on this one, orange equals orange, blue equals blue, red equals red, and green equals green. So this one, they already match. Okay, so we can set that aside, wait for the rest of the class to catch up. On this one, blue equals green, blue does not equal green, red does not equal orange, blue does not equal green, red does not equal orange. So this one has 0 that match. This one had all of them match, this one has 0. Most of them will have 1. Green does not equal blue, orange does not equal red, green does not equal blue, so this one also has none. Yellow equals yellow, but red does not equal blue, blue does not equal green, and red does not equal green. So this one has 1 side that matches. So with the all sides match, we're just going to wait for the rest of the class to catch up. We're going to proceed to the next one, step on this one. Now, whether one of them matches or none of them matches, we do the same thing. We're going to get formula B moves 3 pieces around, and so we're going to do that. So if we have a side that matches, we start with the matching side facing away from us. Okay. And if we don't have a side that matches, it doesn't matter which way we hold it to begin with. And then we're going to do formula B, and then A to bring the yellow back to the top, and the cube will have advanced to the next stage. So if none of them match after we do B, then A, then one side will match. If one side matches like this one, after we do B and then A, all of the sides will match. So let's do that. Matching faces away. Top row, 2 columns. This one's going to stay the same. These are the 3 that we're going to move. Okay, you don't have to know that, but you can. So we're gonna keep track of this cube. So I move it away from the left side comes up. Away from the right side comes up. Away from the left side goes down. Away from the right side goes down. And that's right, that right there. You'll notice for every left there's a right, for every up there's a down. Every other move is horizontal. Every horizontal is the reverse of the one before it. So I move these 3 around, and now only has 1 yellow on top, but we know how to bring the yellow back to the top. We just go right into formula A. Out, down, in, up. Out, down, in, up. Pause. Slide this cube away from the action so it preserves it. Continue with the next corner that wants to twist. Up. Up. Pause. Slide to keep the cube stable. And now yellow's on top and all 4 sides match. So that's like this one. Okay. When no side matches, it doesn't matter how you start it, how you hold it to start. top, slide, first up, reverse slide, second up, top, first down, slide, second down. Okay, so it's slide up, slide down, and then formula A to bring the yellow back to the top. Pause, slide, continue. Pause, preserve, proceed with the next corner. Okay, yellow's on top, and before we had no sides matching. Now red does not equal green, but orange equals orange, so one side does match. So matching side to the back, we do it again, and all of the sides will match. Slide up, slide slide it down, and formula A to bring the yellow back to the top. Pause, preserve, proceed. Pause, preserve, proceed. Okay, yellow's on top and the sides match. Okay, one last time. Blue does not equal green, red does not equal orange, so no side matches, doesn't matter how I hold it to begin. But after I finish this step, one side will match. So slide first up, slide second up, slide first down, slide second down. Okay, so this one stayed the same, these three moved around, and so we're going to use formula A to bring the yellow back to the top. Pause, preserve, proceed. Pause, preserve, proceed on the next one. Out, down, and up. And yellow's on top. Green does not equal orange, blue equals blue. So if we went from no sides matching to one side matching, matching side faces away, we do it again. Slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, and formula A to bring the yellow back to the top. Pause, slide, preserve. Pause, slide, proceed. Okay, and when the yellow's on top again, we check and the corners match. Top four corners match. So now, now that the first four corners are done, we can flip it over and do the second four corners the exact same way we did the first four corners. Okay, so put the yellow face down. We have to establish what color we're going to work on, what color is opposite yellow. And you look at the colors, the four corners, to see what they have in common. On standardized cubes, it's opposite yellow is going to be white, but not all cubes are standardized colors. On this one, opposite yellow is red, and there's a purple thrown in there. Each cube can be different. So if they're not typically standardized color pattern, then you just have to make sure. So I looked at all of them. They all have a white, so white's my color. If I have a white on top already, I'm going to preserve them. But if I don't, then I'm going to, it doesn't matter where I start. So I'm going to preserve these under my left thumb. So I'm going to start working with this one. I'm going to do formula A to bring the colors white to the top until all of the whites are on top. Now I'm ignoring and abandoning the yellows because they're going to dance around. But because formula A only moves the pieces you want to move, when I'm done with bringing the white to the top, the yellows will be back in order. So these two are white on top, this one's not, so formula A to bring the white to the top. Okay, pause when it's there, hold the cube stable, slide the top row away to preserve this piece, and continue with this one, more formula A. And as promised, when the white's on top, the yellow is back the way we want it to be. Yellow is still happy. Okay. Looking at the side colors, with white on top, red equals red, but blue does not equal orange. So on one side matches, we're going to hold it facing away from us. Okay. Now again, we're going to abandon the yellow because formula B is going to move. Formula A did not affect the yellow, it just brought the color to the top. Formula B is going to move three pieces around, but it's not going to affect the bottom. I'll demonstrate. Slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, that moved these three around, but the bottom was not touched. Okay, and when we do formula A to bring the white to the top again, the yellow will still remain as it is, even though we see it dancing around. So out, down, and up, pause, slide, out, down, and up, pause, slide, out, down, and up, and the white's on top, top four corners are happy, bottom four corners are still happy. All it's needed is, if needed, rotate the top to match the bottom if the top and bottom. So red does not equal orange, blue does not equal orange, but orange equals oranges. So that's the cube. A brings a piece to the top and twists corners. B moves 3 pieces around. Okay, moving on to the other cubes. We're exact same way. We're going to put the yellow on the bottom. Work on the white because each corner on the top has a white, so that's our color. Okay, nothing to preserve. We're ignoring everything but the corners right now, and we're looking only at the whites. So I'm going to bring a white to the top, out, down, and up, using formula A. Pause, slide to preserve it, continue with the next corner to bring the white to the top. Formula A, pause, slide, again. And we can see the yellows dancing around, but we're not concerned about them because we're working on focusing on the white now. And as long as we keep the cube stable when we do this, when the white's on top, the yellow has resolved itself. Okay, it did its little dance and went back to how it wants to be. Okay, so white's on top. Do the side corners match? One side does, so we face it away. And we're again just one top row, 2 columns, and they're the outside columns in order to move the corners. So matching faces away, slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, yellows are still happy. Formula A to bring the white back to the top again. Pause, slide, proceed. Pause, preserve, proceed. Okay, and when the white's on top again, the yellow is still happy. And now our whites are happy to each other. Okay, blue equals blue, orange equals orange. So we rotate the top until the top and bottom matches, and the 8 corners are done. On this one, it was all there was to it. On this one and these other ones, the corners mean that we're now going to have established which color each face is going to be. Okay. Back in the 80s, we worked around the absolute center because the absolute center did not move in relation to itself. That went out the window when the absolute center started moving. There was no absolute center to see. So, so these ones, the corners are done. Okay, these ones are the corners are done. Yellow face down. Preserve the white that's there, and continue to bring the other corners white to the top with formula A. Out, down, and up. Out, down, and up. Okay, pause, slide, keep going. So when the white's on top, the yellow will have been untouched. Okay, pause, and bring the white to the top. Okay, all right, and white's on top, yellow's still happy, sides match, and so the top and bottom match, so the corners are done on this one. Corners are done on these. Okay, once more. Yellow face down. Okay, this one has some whites on top I will preserve, but formula A to bring the white to the top on the other corners. Out, down, in, up. Out, down, in, up. Pause. Slide to preserve that one. Slide to preserve that one. Continue with this one. And when the white comes to the top again, you will see that the yellows are untouched because I did not rotate the cube while I was doing it. I only rotated the top layer. Okay, so the rest of the cube is preserved. So again, white on top, yellows are still happy to each other. Blue does not equal orange, green does not equal blue, orange does not equal green, but red equals red. So matching side faces away. Top row, 2 columns, away from the green, away from the left, left up, away from the right, right up, away from the left, left down, away from the right, right down. This one stayed the same. Yellow is untouched, bottom is untouched. These 3, formula A to bring the white to the top again. Pause, preserve, continue, proceed. Pause, preserve, proceed. Okay, white's on top, happy with each other, sides match. Yellow's still happy. and we rotate the top to match the bottom. And the corners are done on all of these. Like I said, that now dictates which color each face is going to be, because the corners are correct to one another. And if you just alter which columns you use for the two columns in column B, in Formula B, then it changes what it does. So the top row outside columns moves the corners around. Top row and one outside and one inside column is going to move edges. Okay, pick an edge piece that you want to move. Determine which direction it wants to move. The first column is where it's going to land. Second column is where it begins. So this is going to move over into this column. Okay, so top row, first column, second column. Start by moving it away from the action. First up, back into the action. Second up, away, down, in, down, and 3 pieces, and only 3 pieces moved. Okay, corners are done. Corners are dictating where everything's gonna be, and the Formula B with outside and inside columns moves the edge pieces around. Okay, and once more, it's only moving 3 pieces. Okay, that's done. If you want to move the inside pieces, you pick a piece that you want to move. You're using the top row and 2 inner columns now to move the inside pieces. You find a piece you want to move, and you follow that piece to tell you which 2 columns it is. Okay, so I move this piece to the top, slide it into a different column. That becomes my second column up, and then reverse down, set the top, and we moved 3 pieces around. It looks like 2 pieces because 2 of the pieces were green. Okay, but it moved 3 pieces, not these 2 pieces. Okay, and to demonstrate, to move it back, to put this orange here, this green will not come here. It will come over here. So we're always moving 3 pieces. Okay, so we go up, slide up, reverse down, and so it's Formula B moves edges or corners or edges or centers, and Formula B brings any piece to the top and twists them around. So corners are done. Why don't you go play with them, and I'll be back tomorrow to do the next step. I'm doing, instead of just doing one single scramble from scramble to solve, I'm doing one of each size cube, so you can see that it works the same on every cube regardless, and going step by step. So we did the corners today. We'll work on some edges tomorrow. So have a great day. Go be nice to yourself. Walk in the sunshine. Drink some water. Have fun. And I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.